rods are working their way to the pit gate. It's not the hot rods, it's a 2.1. The 2.1 modified, so front is way ahead in this class. This is one of the few classes where there is a man that's looking very solid up front. That's Andries Brandt on 105. Brennan Green, ex-Tygerberg Raceway Club champion on 88. Mario Favey, the reigning class champion. That is the 18 car. So that's two friends sitting one behind the other in the booth for us. Ethylene Chemicals, Jan Mossad, and in there behind him is Mario Favey. He's the reigning Tygerberg Raceway champion. That's in the third row on the inside. But keep in mind, Dashes van Tonder the second with a big thumbs up as he comes past his buddies with a Titan Tools 444 car. We just spoke about Brennan Green, Westkamp Badwerke, a new spray job on that car. Stian Brits, the 45 in there behind him. Then the fourth row on the outside, the reigning SA1 title holder in Kuchelenberg Jr. And on the outside of that is Andries Brandt, the man that is handsomely leading the championship by 105 down to 88, and then Mario Favey down to 80. Now Mario Favey has in the last season and a half, somehow he just gets the traction down and he makes everybody else look very mediocre. Will he be able to do that tonight in this company? Question is about to be answered. Thank you. Before he was 15 years of age, he's got multiple titles. He's been on this track on numerous occasions, and probably he's got up on the inside of Stian Brits in a not too distant future. In that second place, there is Brennan Green coming through on the inside of Andries Brandt on your corner. To pick up some points, because at this stage of the fight it's about Joseph Van Tonder the second and a bit slower, and up on his inside comes Kuchelenberg. Kuchelenberg have to look up on the inside there. Coming through as well. There behind 1660 national champion.
As
Ian, Mr. Long.
right 15 laps, here we go. As the flag goes down to Villiers. Is he going to get the whole shot? No, it's going to be Van Zimmerman. And have a look at Andrews Brunt. Andrews Brunt coming through as well. And right behind him, we've got Mario Survey. Survey right in there. And
Well, the smart money's got to be on for Vay. He's one of the quickest out there. He won heat number 1. Oh, look how late he comes on the brakes. Around the outside one is one of the misfire. This race, but he was leading the so quite handsomely. Going into tonight's racing. In the mid-pack once again, Berger van der Westhuizen right there in the mid-pack. And he will probably make up a couple of positions as Heaties de Villiers finds himself in 5th.
but a better race out there for British and Van Zimmerman and the Villiers.
No better than anybody else's, but somehow he's another Uncle Front. He gets away at the front, well, he gets to the front, and then he gets away. He just somehow gets it out of the place.
Right there's works his way out of turn number 1. Down the back, mate. He's got a massive lead there on Brunt in 2nd place, but it's a dogfight going out there for 3rd. That group has been led there by Burish, Van Zimmerman and Kuchenberg. As Van Zimmerman goes high around him, on the inside of Van Zimmerman. It is the Villiers working his way down into turn number 1. He's been chased down there by the 51 of Berger van der Westhuizen, and Steven Brooks runs around the outside of Ben and Green.
Oh, he's trying to make a move there on Green, sitting in a very tight situation. Behind him. Now remember, Tassus Fantono was a top 3 at the end of heat number 1. He finds himself smack in the middle of that track and battling to try and make a plan from there as Kuchenberg pops up on the inside of Burish and takes away that clear control of 3rd position.
But getting away from everybody is the race leader. The 18 of Mario Survey. Survey coming around now with 6 more laps to go as he works his way to turn 1, putting away from Andrews Brunt, who's getting away and Burish back behind Berger van der Westhuizen. There's a great fight to watch out and look out for those 4 coming out of turn number 1. And it's Van der Westhuizen, it's Green, it's Van Zimmerman, and it's Van Tonga, and right to him as well. He's Fritz and Sochty.
Outside line tries to get things up around the border towing Van Zimmerman car, and it looks like he got the line pretty decent. Oh, Van Zimmerman's out of it. Van Zimmerman rides towards the outside of the circuit, slows right down. He's a very experienced driver, and I'm pretty sure that he was not going to go any further. He will retire in a safe position. Make sure we don't have a full course yellow with 4 laps to go.
Mario Survey working his way out of turn 2. He'll have 3 more laps to go when he heads down into turn number 1. But does he come to this
Henty's the Williams starting off the front row of the grid, coming through in 5th place, and that ahead of Burger van der Westhuizen, who stayed ahead eventually of Tasjes van Tonder the second.
See who comes out that gate first, and it is Mario Favey that pops out that gate first. Right behind him, it's Andries Brandt. They're the first two cars out that gate. Then coming through now, we have got Ben Green. Behind Ben Green, we've got Henties de Villiers. Behind de Villiers, it's Eugene Zochby. Coming out the gate now, it's Jan Mostert. Behind Jan, working his way onto the circuit, it's the reigning SA champion. That's Raniel Kuchlenberg. Tasjes van Tonder coming out there behind him. Burger van der Westhuizen coming out the gate. Chris Burish working his way out in the gate. Stian Brits and Jody van Zimmeren. That's the whole lot that's worked their way out onto the track. And it's number 18 car for Vey that is there in pole position. The reigning defending SA champion Raniel Kuchlenberg sits there in second pole. The second row, the grid is Andries Brandt, and on his outside we've got Tasjes van Tonder. Behind them we've got Brennan Green, and on his outside the 51 from Oudtshoorn Motor Club, Burger van der Westhuizen. His stablemate from Oudtshoorn, the 27, is Henties de Villiers. As the group with 15 laps work their way into turn number 1. This is a jam-packed field of superstars that are working their way out of turn number 1. Anybody to the back end of the field can win this one. Jody van Zimmeren, also a man that's got a SA number behind his name in the past. He sits there right on the outside of Jan Mostert.
15 laps of action on the right, and the green flag goes down. Oh, Kuchlenberg has a look around the outside. Brandt has a look up the outside. Well, rubbing is racing as they just rub one another as they go into the first corner. Andries Brandt loses out badly. Mario Favey, as always, gets good drive, pops up on the inside of Raniel Kuchlenberg. Tasjes van Tonder the second in that third.
That's a top 3 then. Burger van der Westhuizen sits on the outside there of Andries Brandt, and right behind him is Brennan Green and Christopher Burish. Down into turn 1 behind Burish, it's Henties de Villiers and Stian Brits. Down the back main they go now. Eugene Zochby slowing down out of turn 1.
Oh, amazing stuff, Mario Favey. How does he do it? He's got the best of the best in South Africa. He outdoes it, he disappears. Andries Brandt having a look up on the inside line, but down in 5th position is Burger van der Westhuizen. It's got the Westcar Bokvakker, Brennan Green all over the back of him. Then it's Henties de Villiers, Christopher Burish, ex-1660 champion, head of Stian Brits, and then coming through behind that is Van Zimmeren.
Van Zimmeren and Jan Mostert, that's a lot of them working their way out of turn 2. Running back down into turn number 1 again. Out of turn 1, it is all about Mario Favey. Down the back main goes Favey. The SA champ sits in there behind him. That's Raniel Kuchlenberg. They're getting away there from Tasjes van Tonder, who's got his nose now ahead of Andries Brandt. Van Tonder runs around the outside of Andries Brandt in turn 2 and squirts her down into turn number 1. Then we've got Brennan Green coming through. And behind Brennan Green, look at de Villiers. De Villiers had a look up on the inside there. Burger van der Westhuizen, but van der Westhuizen slammed the door in his face, and they've been chased down there by Burish and Van Zimmeren.
Well, Van Zimmeren, they didn't have a good night last night, and somehow he's battling to really get the pace going on that motor car. Finds himself in behind the Christopher Burish machine. Mario Favey up, dust, disappear. How he does it, heaven alone knows. In a class of his own in the 2019 Dirt Oval for South African National Championships, as Tasjes van Tonder runs wide, and Andries Brandt, the man that was leading the championship going into this weekend, says thanks very much for that, pops up on the inside, and he takes over the 3rd position. Does Andries Brandt ahead of Tasjes van Tonder.
Then behind them we got Brennan Green, and then we got this real little fight going on there behind them, and it's now Henties de Villiers that leads Burger van der Westhuizen, Burish and Van Zimmeren. Out of turn 2, it's a 4-way. But that's going on there behind Brennan Green, who had a quick look there on the inside of Tasjes van Tonder. But de Villiers is now clearing away here from Burger van der Westhuizen, and Chris Burish is getting away there from Jody van Zimmeren.
Wow, Jody van Zimmeren trying to hold on to the back of Burish. They're getting away from Stian Brits and Jan Mostert. Everybody is still on the same lap, 8 laps down. Favey leading out from Kuchlenberg has actually closed a little bit on Mario Favey, but you might find that he's now pacing it to make sure it all works well. At the end of the day, it doesn't help you win heat number 1, but you don't make it through to the end. You have to start and finish every race tonight. Mario Favey, 2 wins on Friday night with 6 to go, looking at a 3rd win back-to-back at national level.
Andries Brandt has got them racked and stacked behind them as running high once again is Van Tonder trying to do the undercut on him. He's Burnham Green, but he's not close enough to attempt an undercut. Now he looks up on the inside once again of Fascist Van Tonder. Goes for the undercut, but Van Tonder carries the speed out of the corner and pulls away there from Burnham Green. It's now going to try and do it all over again. Van Tonder's coming out on that second line, whereas Green is coming out on the first line, and that's giving a slingshot out there to the 444 Titan Tools Fiesta of Tashius Van Tonder.
The reigning SO1 title holder with 3 to go, slowly but surely closing down little by little on Mario Verwey. The battle royal for 3rd, 4th and 5th coming towards us now. That's just ahead of Henkus de Villiers. It's Andries Brandt, Tashius Van Tonder and Brendan Green. The 3 of them running very close to one another. Those positions could very... running wide is the Titan Tools car, and that takes Van Tonder out of it, and Brendan Green pops up into 4th.
Well, Henkus de Villiers is pulling away from Van der Westhuizen and Bury Shane de Villiers has decided, well, I'm going to have to go after these 3 ahead of me with 2 laps to go. They've got 2 more laps to go. The 2 leaders will have 1 more lap. The white flag comes out from Mario Verwey and for Neil Kuchlenberg. They start their final lap, but here comes an absolute war out of turn 2 towards us.
Grunt runs high and Brendan Green comes closer. Tashius Van Tonder changes his line, comes in high, wide and Hansen drops it down from the apex and pulls it in nice and tight. Checkered flag. Mario Verwey, 3 races, 3 wins. Kuchlenberg Jr. comes through in second. Andries Brandt, the man that was leading the championship going into the last night, comes through in third from Tashius Van Tonder. Brendan Green, good drive in fifth. A nice drive there by Henkus de Villiers coming through ahead of Burger van der Westhuizen, and then Christopher Buell is just ahead of Jody van Zimmelen, and Stian Brits is the last man to come through past us. So Mario Verwey, 3 races, 3 wins, the reigning Tygerberg Raceway champion.
The man that leads him out of turn 2. Chris has got the do for SA flag, and he'll send them on their way as the flag goes down, and away they go, down into turn number 1, down into turn 1, they come out now, Van Zimmelen, and right behind him we have got Jan Mostert. He sits there in P2 now, but watch this bunch come flying through. Oh, there's a turn around, and it is Brendan Green that gets spun around. No, it's not, it looks like Henkus de Villiers that gets turned around there in the Villiers.
The red flags come out and was yellow, then it was moved to red.
Well, de Villiers has now pulled the 27 car into the infield as off we go once again. Oh, look at that. Jan Mostert just got spat out to the left-hand side as they race down into turn number 1. It is Van Zimmelen and Bury should come out of turn 1 in P1 and 2. Down the back. Oh, but oil is causing chaos. Blitz gets turned around coming out of turn 1.
Well, Verwey's taking it very easily on that back end of the red flag. Slow positions, if they were supposed to go back to original positions, it's still showing 15 laps on the board. So off the line they come once again. Mario Verwey will probably have a run around the outside, hoping for his sake. Burger van der Westhuizen's decided to go with. Burger van der Westhuizen's realised that's the way to go, around the outside, smoke trailing. I hope that's bodywork touching up against the tyre, up in behind Brendan Green, and we're passing 6 cars on the first 3 quarters of a lap.
Yeah, looks like bodywork touching the tyre there on the 18 car of Mario Verwey. Into turn number 1 they go. It might be the right rear that's touching the bodywork as they go down the back main. Verwey has gone from stone last into P4. He's going to have a look for P3. He's got Brandt ahead of him. He's got Zochby that sits on his outside as they come squirting across the line and heading back into turn number 1. Mario Verwey is going to go up into P3. Yes, he gets his nose ahead there of Andries Brandt.
2 laps. That's all it took. 2 laps. He passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. Passed by Mario Verwey, 3 times race winner over the 2 nights so far, up into 3rd place now, closing down on the back end of Brendan Green. Now keep in mind that Jody van Zimmelen has had lots and lots of bad luck up until now. He is in fact one of the fastest in the country in that motor car when all goes well. He started in the front row, he leads them out.
Well, he runs on that 3rd line coming out of the corners. He's been racing this whole race on that 3rd line. He is running around in the middle of the track. He obviously enjoys that line, but now into second goes Mario Verwey. He's dived up on the inside there. Brennan Green has dropped down into P3, and Brunt is catching them as well. Behind Brunt, look at this five-way battle working its way out of the pit corner. Here comes Burger van der Westhuizen. Tashes van Tonder is in that fight. On his outside, we've got Chris Buurich, we've got Daniel Kuchlenberg and Zochby. The five of them are going two abreast, three abreast, coming out of turn one, heading now towards turn two.
Tashes van Tonder just outside the top six. Kuchlenberg touches up against his right rear wheel, but he controls it very, very easily. Buurich trying to have a working roll with Eugene Zochby, also trying to have a working roll as well. And it's Jody van Zimmeren that's down to pressure from Verwey. Verwey on the inside line. Van Zimmeren prefers that outside line. Hopefully they don't make contact. Both of them deserve to be up on the front of the pack. Two very accomplished car driver combinations out there with 8 to go. It took 7 laps for Mario Verwey to hit the front of the pack. Jody van Zimmeren has a good run around the outside. Will he try and cut the line? Nope. The experience of van Zimmeren. So I'd rather pick up a second and not lose out to the following pack behind me.
Well, from stone last into P1 goes Mario Verwey. What a drive there by Mario Verwey from absolutely nowhere into the lead, and now he's pulling away there from Van Zimmeren. They've both been caught there by Green that sits in P3. Then there's a bit of a gap before we see the next flight coming out of turn 2, and it's Andries Brunt right behind him. It's a Burger van der Westhuizen. Tashes van Tonder is in that fight as well. Van Tonder ever so close to Van der Westhuizen, working out of turn 1, and Van Tonder gets it wrong. He ran high, he ran wide, and that's allowed Van der Westhuizen to escape underneath him, and now right behind him we've got the 77 of Chris Buurich.
The Titan Tools 444 car under a lot of pressure from Christopher Buurich, ex-national champion in the 1660 class from the GC Concrete side of the world, out in Mossel Bay is where he stays. Become a daddy recently, and I know that Chantal is here at the track and supporting him as well. A bit of smoke trailing off the back of the Kuchlenberg car, the ex-SA1, the reigning SA1 title holder at the moment now, but I think that title is starting to slip out of his grip as the laps tick away. 3 to go.
Well, here comes Brennan Green now. He's going to have a look on the inside of Van Zimmeren. I said 2 laps ago, I said that Brennan Green was getting a lot closer to Van Zimmeren. He's now right there with Jody, who's the last of the late breakers. Brennan Green breaks a lot later. He's got the inside line coming out of turn 2. He forces Van Zimmeren to the outside, but Jody is very fast in a straight line as the leader has now 1.5 laps left to go.
Brennan Green going one-on-one with Jody van Zimmeren. The pride of East London coming down the back lane. It's fantastic to see that he's got that car going the way he wanted it. Just 1 more lap to go. The white flag comes out. It's Van Zimmeren just ahead of Brendan Green. The Titan Tools car on the inside, the Cows car on the outside. Van Tonder versus Van der Westhuizen with Buurich right in there behind them, followed up very closely behind that by Kuchlenberg. We're only going to say one title holder. Checkered flag, Mario Verwey. Second will go to... I'll leave that to the ladies upstairs, but I think it was Van Zimmeren just ahead of Brennan Green. Then it was Andries Brunt for fourth. Then it was the Titan Tools car of Tasjes van Tonder the second. The Cows entry there of the GC Concrete boys from out from Mossel Bay side of the world. That's Christopher Buurich. Then from Oudtshoorn Motor Club, the 51 of Van der Westhuizen, just ahead of the SA1 title holder Kuchlenberg Jr. You see, Tasjes van Tonder the second. Behind that, oh dear, there's the SA1 title holder. Then you look in front of you and you decide, I'm going that way, I'm going forward, I'm going north, I'm going for an SA title. He gets a whole shot. Mario Verwey in the 18 car, Westcott, Buckwacker, Brennan Green loses out to Andries Brunt as they go out into the back main.
Right down into turn 2 they come now. All Verwey must do now is get it through lap number 1 and then nurse it from there. But Brunt sits in that second position, sitting in P3. He's a Brennan Green. Well, I don't know when last he's had an SA number. He sits out there in third place. Down the back main we have got Daniel Kuchlenberg. Look at Burger van der Westhuizen, Tasjes van Tonder and Chris Buurich running down into turn 2.
Well, the Titan entry runs towards the outside. He understeers very badly. It does the title to Sugar Fall of Tashes van Tonder. That might just drop him out of that top 3. I do believe that where they are now, Ben Green will pick up a SA3, Andries Brandt will pick up a SA2, Mario Vervey will pick up a SA1, and I think Kuchenberg will lose out on his SA title. Tashes van Tonder is seeing the opportunities disappear in front of him. 12 laps of action from here until the flag goes down.
Down the back, man, they work their way now into turn 2 with Vervey. That's getting further away there from Brandt. Brandt cannot afford to go after him. He's going to have to defend that second position because Brendan Green is coming at him, and Brendan Green is bringing Raniel Kuchenberg with him as well. Kuchis also knows that Buris sits in there behind him, and Buris has been attacked there by Burger van der Westhuizen and Enties de Villiers. Had a look there on van der Westhuizen. De Villiers has got the inside line on van der Westhuizen. Van der Westhuizen goes high, van der Westhuizen goes wide, and Enties de Villiers gets his nose ahead there of van der Westhuizen, but van der Westhuizen fights back again as Buris gets himself in a knot coming out at turn 1.
Oh, Christopher Buris finds himself dropping out of the top 5 and gets swallowed up by a whole gaggle of cars. The Tashes van Tonder is battling with that motor car. The tail end is swinging around underneath him. Zogby goes up now on the inside of van Tonder. He's out of it. There's no ways he's going to come back from there. It's too far down. Andries Brandt needs to stay ahead of Weska Botwacker, Brendan Green. The Brandt for 4 car is in good hands. He came here tonight as the championship title leader. If he can come through in that second position, he will get an SA2 just in a couple of minutes from now.
Yeah, but here comes Brendan Green. That's going to be close for SA2 and SA3 as the two of them head down into turn number 1. Down into turn 1 they go now. They're bogging each other down. They are absolutely each other down. And we got, is that Van Zimmerman that's got an issue coming out of turn 1, full course yellow. But he's going to see his SA1 title disappear.
Competitor and a half a chance Brendan Green will steal away that second place from Andries Brandt. Remember, Kuchenberg has already won an SA title. He knows what the pressure's all about. Enties de Villiers back in motorsport after such a wrong break. Andries Brandt says, I'm going to go for it on the inside line and around the outside. Mario Vervey loves that line. Look at that. Kuchenberg's got one on the inside, one on the outside. It's Burger van der Westhuizen on the outside line. It's Enties de Villiers on the inside line. Kuchenberg gets the hammer down as hard as what he can, but he just can't shake them off. They're coming from both sides. Kuchenberg's been swamped inside and outside. Burger's gone just a bit too high.
Yeah, van der Westhuizen lost her 2 positions there. Now one into the back of Raniel Kuchenberg. Goes Burger van der Westhuizen. I think Raniel, something went wrong there. The car just lost all momentum and he was tagged there by Burger van der Westhuizen, but all as well as they continue. Buris sits there on the inside. Ahead of them is Eugene Zogby, but running down into turn 2 with 4 more laps to go is race leader Mario Vervey as he heads down into turn 1. Andries Brandt in second position. Brendan Green sits out there in third. De Villiers finds himself now in a P4 and Kuchenberg all the way down there behind Chris Buris.
Well, the Eugene Zogby car has been up for sale for a long time and it hasn't been sold yet. Well, I'm pretty sure that they are glad that they haven't sold it up until now, because that car at national level is a very, very capable motor car, the Eugene Zogby car. If you want to buy yourself something that you can go and ride with club and the national level, have a look at that Zogby car lying there in 5th position. Enties de Villiers doing a very decent job with 2 to go on a track that hasn't driven for many, many years. Christopher Buris going one-on-one with Van der Westhuizen as they work their way down through turn number 1.
Down into turn 2 they come now. The white flag will come out. This is going to be the final lap for all of them as they work their way out of turn 2. The white flag is out. 1 more lap now to go around the oval. Into turn 1 goes Mario Vervey. He has now got a half a lap to go. A half a lap between himself and SA1. He's got a quarter of a lap between himself and SA1 as Mario Vervey becomes your SA champion as he races across the line in P1. Brandt comes home. in second, third across the line is going to be Brennan Green, followed there by Henties de Villiers. Sochby is the next man across the line, followed by Burish van der Westhuizen, Tertius van Tonde, Stian Brits from Kuchlenberg and Jan Mostert.
Well, given the positions they started in, I'm pretty sure that you will find that those three, first, second and third over the line, that is the order that they will end up in. And I see Verwey's been pulled off onto the infield, or he decided to go onto the infield, and he goes down. Give him a nice round of applause. Mario Verwey puts one knee down and he says thank you to our maker for making it possible. Unofficially SO1 title holder. What a lovely thought.